Hi everybody, myself Halavat Ramesh. So welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will discuss about very general topic industrial chemistry. Especially in industrial chemistry means you will easily to understand. You will discuss about the inorganic and organic industries and what are the metallurgical industries and how what is happening in pollution and how to control the pollutions in various types of pollution. You can see air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution. So these are we will discuss slide by slide in theory part, especially in industrial chemistry, especially in engineering chemistry kind of student. I hope it is useful for these topics. Now we can see that what is the main role of the industrial chemistry. So what is the main role of industrial chemistry? You can see here the industrial chemistry is the branch of focus on applying the chemicals and physical process of transform raw materials into useful high value products on a large scale, and it involves designing, developing and optimizing manufacturing process for a vast array of products such as plastics, fertilizers, pharmaceutical industries and more, playing a vital role in economies by the creating essential goods and driving innovation for across the multiple sectors. So from there we will understood what is industrial chemistry. The simple definition is what is industrial chemistry. So it is one of the branch of chemistry, especially it will focus on the physical and chemical processing, transferring of raw material into one form to another one form. Either they are people nowadays are using in pharma industry, people are using in fertilizer industries, many plastic industries, many industries nowadays they are taking the raw material and transforming into the useful materials. In these between the starting step to the final steps of the product, it has lot of changes. So nowadays the people they have the small scale industry and larger scale industries. If you see here what is the large scale industries, see the primary goal of that produce the chemical and chemical products in industries like quantities moving behind the laboratory scales experiment. The transformation of raw materials, how these industries transforming of the raw material into like useful materials or useful chemicals. So the industrial chemist, the convert the basic raw material like oil, natural gas and minerals into the finishing of the product through the complex chemistry. That point is important, and the physical process. So these are happening in the when the transformation of raw material into the useful material. Another one step is the process design and optimization. A significant part of the field of involving creating efficient and the effective process for synthesis and separation and purification, often using catalyst like to speed up the reaction. If you see that even in chemistry, take the simple reactions, they convert into from raw material to the useful material. They need some catalyst, like the catalyst the major role is to speed up the reaction. So that is called as the processing in industrial chemistry. Now is the product development. This is the another one step, is the major step for the in industrial chemistry people. The chemistry is the field work to develop the new compounds, improving the existing products and ensure they meet quality standards for various industries including pharmaceutical, food industry and plastic industry, many other industries. So these are the some basic steps to involve for the industrial chemistry application to the real life. Now we can see the second one, the economic and societal impact, how this industrial chemistry socially how it is benefit and what are the economical profit of the industrial chemistry, we'll see here. So this step is very important. So industrial chemistry one of the crucial for the economic development. So this point is very important. You can see here this point, like you can see here, or you can understand this one. This point is very important. See, the industrial chemistry is a crucial for economical development and contributing in many national GDPs and producing essential goods and providing alternative to natural resource. For example, you can see industrial chemistry is responsible for large scale production of wide variety of products, including polymers and plastics, fertilizers, pesticides, pharmaceutical industries, cosmetic industry, paint industries and dyes industries, different color industries, and petrochemical industry. What is the role of industries? See, this point is the industrious chemistry apply the chemical principle to solve the practical problems, right? That is a major point. And the innovate within their various sectors, ensuring the safety, quality and efficacy in the manufacturing. So that is the role of the industries nowadays should follow to present situation. Then you can see here, you can see few of the images in here. What are the industrial chemistries? You can see this refining industries. You can see that's one of the picture I was taken from the Google, and you can see here this is the what is the chemistry making has a role. You can see from the starting to reactant and how it is forming product, the mixing up the catalyst and these things you can see here from figure. You can see the batch processing and flow processing of starting material, how convert into product, and you can see this how conventional approach and a modern approach for continues the flow of A plus A. This is the reactant and step in is the C, again the step 2 and step 3 final product is E. So the challenging of the flow reactors, how it will happen, you can see the many sectors nowadays industrial chemistry is playing in the major role. And another one thing is the industrial chemistry and chemical engineer. These two parts are quite different, and it is very important nowadays in industrial, especially in chemical industries. You can see how the people has a industrial chemistry, people what can do, what is the major role of these industrial chemists, and what is the chemical engineer, their major role. You can see here definition, what is that basic industrial chemistry, the main branch of the chemistry which is we study the technology of producing chemicals from raw materials. Okay, that is the main definition of industrial chemistry. What is the concept of industrial chemistry? The synthesis of chemicals, conversion of one chemical scaffold into the another fragmentation into the chemical compound. What is the job field here? Mostly research and development and the processing industry and development industry. This will come under the industrial chemistry. Next one is coming to that chemical engineer. The definition, the sub category of industrial chemistry in which we deal with the design of the process of synthesis, convert, transformation of transport chemicals. The concept is discovery of the optimal plant operation strategies, plant design into the construction. The job field mostly the production industries, the production industries will has a major role to play our synthesis. Next one you can see here, the next slide we will discuss here the major role. What are the surface of fertilizer? You can see the fertilizer industries, how the natural organic fertilizers and natural inorganic fertilizers, artificial fertilizer, nitrogen, phosphorus and potash types of industries nowadays be making the major role in industries. Next one you can see this picture. We need to understand what is the exactly the major role. The biorefinery and the end products, and this is the steps of the industries what they make role. Then industries and again forming of the agro industry, public industries, you have to understand the industrial chemistry process. Now you can see here the many steps like that. You can see here I also shown in earlier slides. You can see the water treatment also comes under the industrial chemistry. You can see pasteurization of river water, the miscellaneous sources, agriculture sources, industrial sources, household industries. The many out the raw like water is having the different contamination. So we need to make to the treatment. So now coming to that industrial chemistry, what are the topics comes under the inorganic and organic industry? So water treatment, sewage and sewage treatment, industrial wastage and treatment process, fuels industry, hydrocarbon from petroleum, petrochemicals, lubricants, glasses, ceramic, refractories, and Portland and cements. These are the few of the topics which comes under the industrial chemistry. We will discuss in detail in further classes. Then paints and pigments and protective and metallic coating and synthetic fibers, plastics, rubber industries, dielectric and electric and insulating materials, adhesives, fermentation, oil, fat, wax and soaps industries, electrothermal industries and electrochemical industries and industrial gases. You can see on other gases like ammonium, nitric acid, fertilizer industries, sulfur and sulfuric acid industries, alkali and chlorine, sugar, pulp and paper industries, training for the leather industries, detergent, explosive and toxic chemicals, weapons and synthetic perfumes. You can see other insecticides industries, vitamin industries, organic industry and dyes also. Now you can come to that, the metals and metallurgy. This is very important. The principle of what are the metallurgy, sodium, iron and steels, copper, nickel and zinc. And you can see here the few of the metals. You can see clearly here the tin and lead, gold, silver and miscellaneous metals, alliance, powder metallurgy, corrosion, silicate and mineral resource in India. You can see other like pollution and its control. Environmental chemistry also comes under the industrial chemistry. The principle of ecology, air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution and radioactive, here you can see the radioactive pollution and thermal pollution and noise pollution. Now coming to that, what is exactly water pollution? So today the water sources having been most exploited natural system since can man stood the earth. The pollution of water bodies is increasing steadily due to the rapid population growth and industrial proliferation, urbanization, increasing living standard and wide spreads of human activities. The groundwater, rivers, seas, lakes, ponds and streams are finding a more and more difficult to escape from this pollution. So many rivers, you can see these hazardous chemicals also you can see nowadays. You can see water pollutions are mainly caused by natural process and anthropogenic process. So types of water pollution: physical pollutions of water, chemical pollution of water and biological pollution of water, physiological pollution of water. These are the four types of water pollution. Now you can see that here classification of water pollutants. So inorganic pollutants and the toxic metals, organic pollutant, sediments, synthetic detergents, oxygen demanded waste and diseases causing agents, radioactive pollutants and plant nutrients. These are the few causing effect of the water pollutant. Now you can see the thermal pollutants, biological pollutant, pesticide pollutants, gaseous pollutants and like farm waste, the fertilizers, suspended matters, auto-exhausted water pollutant. And you can see here the pollution makes the greenhouse effect. You can see this here the term of greenhouse effect with the first coined by the J. Fenn in 1825. The effect of called has atmospheric effect, the global warming, carbon dioxide problem. So these are the gases to rising the greenhouse gases. Now we can come into the electrochemical cells. So in electrochemical cells, the voltage, chemical energy, how convert the redox reaction we'll discuss here. Next, what is redox reaction? The oxidation and reduction simultaneously, the side by side is happen. Those reaction will call as redox reaction. Now you can see here after redox reaction, you can see here electrical energy from redox reaction. The spontaneous happening when the redox reaction, then electricity will produce. Then you can see ozone layer. Simply we'll call earth protective umbrella. What is happening in ozone layer? I wrote very few points other than in Google. You can see these read and you can understood very clearly. And you can see here what is the smoke and you can clearly understand what is happening in the acid rains and what are the major source of air pollution and what are the water pollution control. And these the few of the pollution, how stabilization of the ecosystem, reutilization of recycling, renovation and recharge of the waste, wastewater treatment and the wastewater reclamation and removal of pollution. So already we'll discuss here acid rains and smoke how will happen, and air pollution, major pollution will